And welcome back to All Over the Map. Thanks for tuning in. On this episode, we've got British Town Centers, episode number 20. On GeoGuessr, we're going to have some fun today. The game we've been playing, it's been by Dodge City, one of the best, I believe, on GeoGuessr. 1,924 locations, and we're going to play this one as a no time limit moving challenge. And the play along link for those of you that want to play along will be in the description below. So off we go to the UK. Also come visit out my new channel, All Over the Stands. That is in the comments description below. All football stadiums. I just did English football leagues yesterday, so go check that out. We got Starbucks. We got Robert Dias Housewares. And what is that other word? Ironmongery. What a name. Ironmongery. We got a Sainsbury's. What an interesting little town this is here. I say it might not be little. It might be large. Let's try to figure out where we are here. First. Pals. Dorking. So we're in the town of Dorking. So I'm familiar with this name because one of my kids, I don't know how we came across it. We did looking on we do some random stuff sometimes. We search Google Maps and we came across the town of Dorking. Looked up, there's a football club, all that stuff. Monica Hill Legal Services, Old King's Head Court, but we're in the High Street in Dorking. Where is Dorking? Not really sure. I'm trying to remember where this was. I kind of forget, but a pretty cool little town. Say little. Again, I keep saying little. It's not a large city, so, but would it make it a large town? I don't know. Look at this one. A nice little tavern there. So Dorking. Let's go near London. For some reason I was thinking. Yeah, this is maybe this was this the town? I don't know. Don't know, but I feel like anyway, we'll just have to find a street sign or road sign or something. The Star, the Green King Pub. That little, that neat looking home or whatever that is, it's pretty cool. 825. Yes, sorry. So maybe we are around here somewhere. There's Woking. Dorking feels like it should be around here somewhere. There it is. Surrey Hills National Landscapes are a pretty cool place. Dorking is a pretty cool town. The King's Arm, the Old Clunker Cafe, but we're going to go back to start. There's Starbucks, Sainsbury's, so we are right about there. There's the town of Dorking, so we'll look this one up. If you're from Dorking, let us know if you've been through Dorking or if you're a fan of Dorking football. Dorking Wanderers, that's what it is. Market town in Surrey, southeast England, about 21 miles southwest of London. There you go. So the population, the origins and meaning of the name Dorking are uncertain. How about that? Anything else? Geology, a lot of history, Roman and Saxons, and railway line, I'm sure. A female Dorking chicken. What is a Dorking chicken? It's a British breed of domestic chicken. Interesting. So wine made from wild cherries grew in the town. So you're learning some things about Dorking cherries and chickens. Tudor Arch. So it looks like a lot of history in this town during Dorking during the World Wars. And wow, a lot of information for this small town. Dorking FC, I guess it's the chickens. The Dorking Wanderers. It doesn't have a club, well, nickname or Wanderers, but it looks like a chicken there. So that's always interesting. So pretty cool. By the way, just as I doing this game, I saw news come through that a plane unfortunately has crashed, I think, in the southern part or south end airport business. It's always sad to see that sort of stuff. But it seems like there's a lot of plane crashes of late, but maybe it's just there's more information today. Cambridge Road, again, an interesting looking town. Maybe this is the town of, maybe this is Cambridge. Jack lives here. Interesting. It's I guess a pub. Does it say litter and dog waste on that? I think it did. Debbingham's. All day long. Everybody there at Yates. Drinking all day long. No, but, interesting. Robertson Street, the High Street. We got the White Rock Theater and Pier. Interesting. So maybe we're in the south. This feels southern. There's a hill to the northeast, and maybe we're like the Cavendish House. Maybe this is like Brighton. What are we thinking here? Is this Brighton? Brighton, is it Brighton? Bus information, nope. Cafe Nero. The East Sussex College, Hastings, Queen's Arcade. The Grumpy Cook. The grumpy old cook. I'm not so sure that's a cook that I would want to be cooking my meals. The grumpy cook. So we're in Sussex. Were we in Sussex before? No, Surrey. Surrey, sorry. All right. All right, East Sussex. Late services. Thought she might have been giving us the finger, but nope. I'm looking south. Brighton, 37 kilometers Folkestone. So we're between Brighton and Folkestone. Worthing. I always get confused with this. Wait a minute. Folkestone. And Brighton is here. So Brighton and Folkestone, Hastings. So that's right, we're in Hastings because I did see that. So the town of Hastings. It's the first time we've been here, first time I explored this one. The Cambridge Road. I think we started there, did we? Yeah, the Cambridge Road looking east, which I think we are right about there. The Bat and the Bee, Yates, and Hastings. Pretty cool town, this one. So new, if you've been to Hastings, looks pretty cool. It's on the south coast of England, 24 kilometers east of, is this Lewis or Lewes? Lewis. Wait, there's a Lewis in Delaware, by the way. 53 miles southeast of London. The town gives the name to the Battle of Hastings, which is pretty cool. In 1066, and took place 8 miles to the northwest of Senlac Hill in 1066. There it says there. The town's estimated population was 91,100. Not a town I don't think I've ever heard of. I've heard of the Battle of Hastings, but I, again, don't know much about it. This is why I want to keep exploring, because this is fun to learn. I'm sure hopefully some of you are learning on this, but the 261st most populated town, I guess, in the UK. But a lot of history. Another town with a lot of history here. Probably warmer. It's probably been pretty warm. I'd love to know what the temperature is. Watching Wimbledon, and looked pretty warm there, especially I think it was Friday and yesterday, Saturday. It is the 13th of July. But Hastings, there we go. This is a neat town. Look at that, the East Hill Lift in Hastings. It's pretty cool. Hastings United Football Club. And there's a marathon, so a lot of stuff here in the town of Hastings. But for sake of time, because I got a couple things I've got to do this afternoon, I've got to move on. Caesar's Palace. I thought that was in like Las Vegas or something. Muscle and Fitness Gym. What's that? Gold's Gym in the United States has got that same font, so interesting. Barry Island Boxing. So are we in Barry Island? Maybe we are. Maybe this is a town. Oh, Royal Naval. The Royal Navy. Looks like miniature golf or something there. We got the Welsh flag. We're looking south. So we're in Wales. And maybe it is the town of Barry Island. I don't know. Basketball. So the Finland game, town centers game, saw basketball courts. I like playing basketball. Anybody play basketball? Just shoot around. Doesn't mean you need to play on a team. But do you go out and shoot some hoops, as we call it, in the United States? Carousel, Coastal Coffee. Oh, we can't go that way. Bumper cars. Bumper cars are always fun. That's always a fun thing to do when you're at the beach. You know, you go to an amusement park and have some fun. Yeah, by the way, let's see. This is always fun. Ice cream. Ice cream. What else is fun at amusement parks? The beach. Miniature golf is what we call mini golf. I'm not sure what it's called in the UK. There's ice cream. Gingerlicious. But I need to find out the town here. That's what's crazy. I haven't really... I think it is Barry Island. Should I look at Barry Island? Wales? Or is it just a boxing club? Train station, railway station. We did the railway station game, so check that one out. Yeah, I guess it is Barry Island. So let's go. So we're looking south. It's Barry Island. Here's Barry and Barry Island. So do we look up the town of Barry? I guess this is no. Or do we say Barry Island? We just look up Barry. So Barry Athletic Football Club. How about that? But this is a pretty cool resort. If you've been to Barry Island, let us know. We're at Caesars. But it looks like the other thing that's popular in the UK, which is not in the United States, is fish and chips. So there we are. So let's look it up. We're going to look up Barry Island. It's just a place in Wales. District Peninsula Seaside Resort forming the town of Barry. So maybe we should look up Barry. What do we think? Maybe we should do that. That's maybe. But anyway, we'll stick with Barry Island, right? On film, a couple films at this town, but Barry Island, former, I guess forming part of town of Barry, which we'll say is the town combined with Barry Island and Cadoxton, which is a population of 56,605. There we are, Barry Island. How about that? Let us know if you've been to Barry Island. I wonder what the water temperature is. Is it water temperature? I'm sure varies throughout England, Scotland, and Wales. But let us know what the water temperature is. Is it warm enough that you can just go in? Again, I'm more Fahrenheit. Celsius, you could let us know either. Or, but pretty curious in how the water is, especially if, like, let's say the South Coast. So I got a couple coastal towns, got beach towns. So I'm sure some of you have headed to the beach seaside resorts. Let us know if you're headed to a beach, or you've been at a beach, or you're currently at a beach seaside resort in the UK. I don't care about the US. I don't care about Spain or anything else. Let us know if it's UK. Fourth round, we got Simply Elegant. The Pound and Plus store, Sutton. Huh. So I wonder if this is Sutton. The Montana. It's one place I'd like to see is Montana. Wouldn't think I would see Montana Cafe in England, but doesn't look like it exists anymore. The Winning Post. Sounds like a good pub. The Winning Post. Are we in the town of Sutton? cheat on burgers. The winning post. Polish delicatessen. All right, so Sutton is where we are. Sutton Town Center, which is interesting because I put on X on my all over the stands. I did a Sutton. Was going to do did I do a Sutton or was I going to do a Sutton? I looked up Sutton. Sutton. I think it's Sutton United. I believe they might have played Arsenal, but anyway, all that stuff's now going to be on that channel. Got the Irish flag there, Scottish flag, and looks like she's got a milkshake or something at the Crown. So, all right, so let's find Sutton here. There it is, south. It is south of London, west of Croydon, west of Crystal Palace, a couple Sainsbury's, and a Costco. How about that? St. Nicholas Shopping Center. And let's just go back. Simply Elegant. It's got to be around here somewhere. Sutton Roofing and Building Contractors. By the way, if you're an entrepreneur, if you've got a small business, or any business for that matter, put it in the comments down below. Maybe people can visit, support you. I don't know. Just always feel like people that take the risk to go do those things deserve. Anybody that runs a business, I'm all about that. Takes the risk to go do what they need to do to make some money. Sometimes not making money, falling on their face flat. Here's the Asda. I think we're up here. I'd say that we're there anyway. And that's where we are. Sutton is where we are. The town center of Sutton. Greater, I guess. Yeah, London. We've been to Sutton Coldfield, but this is the borough of Sutton in London. 10 miles southwest of Charing Cross. A London plan. Population's 58,880. And formed part of Greater London since 1965. Sutton Green looks like a pretty cool place, but I just got to make sure this isn't the one, not the this is the club that faced, I thought it was Arsenal, but I could be wrong, like a couple years back in the FA Cup where they had the goalkeeper that ate the pie or something at halftime. And somebody's going to know that. A lot of information on Wikipedia for these British towns. I want to try to explore as many towns as possible on this channel, and then go visit the ones that are my favorites. Just show up like one day. A lot of famous people from Sutton. Sutton's can't be, yeah, Sutton United. That's, I think, the club. Yeah, it is. Gander Green Lane is the football club, the VBS Community Stadium. All right, so we're off to the fifth and final round on this 20th episode. And the 20th episode sees us going to the Stag, which is a pub. Hills Florist. Benny's Barbershop in Wigan. So we're in Wigan, which is, I think, a rugby town. I could be wrong on this. Football, rugby. Interesting statue right there with the Stag. But let's go to north of Manchester? I feel like Wigan's around here somewhere. Huddersfield. Wigan once, Athletic once formed, once part of the Premier League, I believe. Maybe it isn't here. I thought it was up this way, but maybe not. There it is, right there. Wigan. Smaller town than I thought. The Robin Park Arena, the Brick Community Stadium, and I don't know why this doesn't feel like this. This doesn't seem it. I feel like we're like at a. Now this seems a little too small. And then again, maybe we're just in a different part. William Kirby and Sons. William Kirby and Sons sounds like a family business. Okay, so maybe we're not in Wigan. The 8577, the Manchester Road. Maybe it's the town of Hindley. Then again, maybe it's not. I just need to find the 5 Standish and St. Helens. Oh boy. Maybe this is it. A little confused in this one. We're in the 577, right? So Lincoln Central. Why is this taking longer? The town of Scholes. Is that where Paul Scholes is from? The town of Scholes. It's pretty interesting on the Manchester Road. How about that? The Crispin Arms. Up Holland. And this is where we are. So finally found the Stag Inn, the Oral Road, William Kirby and Sons since 1964, back when the Beatles were topping the charts. Maybe they weren't even topping the charts. Maybe it was before that. But we've got, there we are, the town of Oral is where we are. The town of Oral. How about that? Would I ever think I'd be in the town of Oral? Nope. But there we are. So the town of Oral. If you're from the town of Oral, from that area, you're Wigan, let us know. Oral. It's a human settlement. Oh, why do we go down? Is a suburb of Wigan, Greater Manchester, England. Population 11,513. 3 miles to the west of Wigan Town Centre. And the area is contiguous with Pemberton. So there we are. Any facilities? Oral Rugby Union Football Club. So this is rugby country, I presume. And the post at Oral Post. There we are. So hopefully you enjoyed this episode of British Town Centers. If you've been to any of these places, let us know. Love to know if you've been to any beach or seaside resorts in the UK this summer or you're currently there. And appreciate you tuning in. Until next time, cheers.